I made this starlight from scratch out of some metal and old wood for about $15, so I'm gonna show you how I did it. First, I looked online for some inspiration. Then I needed to make a pattern to trace onto a piece of wood. I realized it's actually kind of tricky to draw a perfect star, so I got some help online with that too. So I drew the star shape onto some cardboard first to make sure I was happy with the size and everything, and then I cut it out and traced it onto a piece of scrap wood. Some of you may remember this particular piece of wood because it was used as the base of the spinning Death Star trash cans in my Homemade Movies Death Star Trench Run episode.
I can't stay with you.
Get clear, Wedge! You can't do any more good back there!
Sorry.
Next, I drilled the holes for the lights using a 1-inch spade bit. I started right in the center and then worked my way out, so there's 11 holes in total. I wanted a really retro color for the paint, so I used this seafoam green that I already had because it's the color of our bathroom. I brushed it on pretty light so you can still see the wood grain through it. Alright, moving on to the lights. These are string lights, which cost $10. I went with the globe string lights because they use these cool round bulbs. I glued the sockets of each bulb through the holes in the wood, and then I used these little tacks to lock down the excess power cable. Okay, here comes the tricky part. The metal edge is made out of this long metal strip. It's called galvanized flashing, and it's about $5. I measured the exact width that I wanted, then used metal shears to cut it. I also added a fold so that the front half would be more solid than the back. Then I carefully hammered those tacks through the metal into the edge of the wood. I folded the metal around each corner only when I got to the end of each section. I did this all the way around, nailing and folding as I went, rather than trying to measure all of the folds ahead of time. Alright, the bulbs went in and it was time to see the finished product. After I had this light for a couple of years, I decided to give it a totally new paint job, so I went with all yellow on the wood and the metal, and then I just used some sandpaper to give it some scratches and imperfections to make it look really old. And there you go, hope that helps and you make your own. And if you do, tag me on Instagram so I can see it. And you can follow me there to see my other miscellaneous projects. Let me know in the comments what other DIY projects you want to see.